Hi guys, Chris here with Super Savvy Travelers. Hey, today I wanted to go over something that has popped up a lot here in Calabria, and we actually do see it a lot here in Calabria, and that is the issue with title and funny titles, funny ways of transferring title that weren't quite necessarily legal, and how you fix that basically. We've had many meetings with Nick Mehta on this in order to fix certain titles and make them actually work and pretty safe. So there's always a workaround on these, but some of the ones that we've seen, for example, are active possession, which means in Italy, when somebody abandons their property, which happened a lot back in the early 1900s and late 1800s, people just left. They said, we're done, we're going to America, and they went and they stayed and they abandoned their properties. Now, as the properties began to age, they began to sort of crumble or whatever. Neighbors moved in, took them over, used them for storage, even renovated them and everything else. And the Italian government, I don't know if it was at that time, but they saw the need to do something to where somebody else could take on the title. Otherwise, you have these crumbling ruins falling down, nobody knows who owns them, and they're actually a huge liability. So there is a provision in the law where if somebody goes into a property and takes it over and pays the taxes, much like in America it's 10 years. However, in Italy, it's 20 years. So somebody could take over the property, improve it, pay the taxes, openly use it, and then become the new owner. However, there is a way of doing that, and many times things just didn't happen that way. They just kind of moved in, took it over, and it was all good. Doing that for 50 years, and then you try to sell it, you go, well, it's active possession, maybe there's an heir somewhere in the, I don't know, in the bushes out there that might come forward, and then we have the situation where you're looking at, okay, we're paying it, we're going to improve it. Is that a good idea? So, like I said, Nick Mehta and Antonello and I have had a lot of conversations on that, and we have a lot of strategies for fixing the title so it's pretty secure. Now, another thing that we've seen, and this is really kind of cute and fun that it actually worked that way back in the day, but you know, say somebody's over, they've moved over to Costa Rica or the Dominican Republic, and they're going to stay there forever, and they go, nephews, here's my house. This letter that I'm sending you and signing gives you title. Well, it doesn't give them title. It's a letter that says it gives them title, but it doesn't. So that has to be handled. Happily, we have an attorney down here in Belvedere Marittimo, and she has been wonderful about advising us and sitting down and telling us the worst case scenarios and things like that. She has been dealing with this kind of stuff for years and years and years, because there's a lot of it here, especially in the historic centers. So just know that these things do pop up. As you saw from my last video, other things pop up, like liens that you know nothing about, or you know, other things on the title that make it kind of like, oh my God, now we got to go back to the drawing board and see what to do about this thing. In our situation, happily, the lien had already been paid. It's really just a matter of they have to go get it stricken from the record so that the lien is not on the bank record or on the title anymore. And that's an administrative step. So they're doing that, and hopefully, hopefully in a week we'll be in a new place, which we really need, because B&B season is coming. And we need to know where all our stuff is, all our sheets, all our pillowcases, yeah, you get the idea. Anyway, we're anxious to move. It's moving forward. We're doing well on that. But God bless Antonello and our notaio, DeSantis, who is wonderful, and his admin, Gianna. She has been a godsend. We can ask her any question, even questions about title, about you know, somebody wanted to have her son purchase a property and her to live in it forever so that they could avoid probate and taxes and stuff when she ultimately passes. And Gianna has just been fabulous about advising us on this stuff. When do we need an attorney? The notaios here are the top guys, okay? It's notaios and then attorneys, not the other way around. So just know that, that when you go to the notaio and you get an answer, it's usually a pretty good answer. Anyway, I'm going to be going into this a lot more because we're seeing it more and more pop up. We've facilitated the sale on a lot of the habitable properties here. There's still some, but we're getting into ruin land, and that's fun and exciting, and renovation land. So we're going to be doing a little bit more on all of that. Oh, and spoiler alert, Pete and me and Antonello, we have gotten together. We are offering you a brand new online course. This is a course that Antonello, master architect, is going to teach you about renovations from the bottom up. We're starting with the church, which he totally redid as his master's sort of thesis in architectural school. He studied in Florence. He was there for 10 years studying and really getting the hang of this whole architecture thing. He came back, renovated the entire church, and it is spectacular. You've seen some of the other renovations he did. He did our house that we just sold like that because it's so beautiful. And he's doing the renovations on Palazzo Pezzotti, on Pat and Allie's 1920 Liberty House. I mean, the man is really a genius. He's going to go over with you the steps of the renovation, the types of materials used, everything. It is a gold mine, and it's going to be affordable because we think that you need this information. So stay tuned for that. We start filming on Monday. We're so excited, and I think it's going to be something that not only are you going to want to watch just for the information that's in it, but you're going to watch it for the aesthetic value too. It's going to be stunning. So stay tuned, and I hope you guys are having a great Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to everybody out there, and I'll see you soon.